Are you ready?
Hey peeps, how's it going? Happy Saturday. Well, hopefully this is coming on Saturday. Unless something groundbreaking happens, I don't know. But before we hop into it, couple things. Monday, Above the Rim with DSA is back. The live Detroit Pistons and NBA talk show presented to you by the DSA is here on my channel. So come back on Monday, 8 o'clock. We will talk all things Detroit Pistons and NBA related. And then Sunday, after the game, I am going live. Talking about the Lions, of course, to break down that with DSA. So that will be my video for tomorrow, so look forward to that. But today, we have another quote from Dwane Casey talking about some of his players, and this time it is back towards Blake Griffin. Obviously, we are just under 2 weeks away from preseason, and I think Dwane Casey's talking about changing his offense here. That's my interpretation of it. But he's talking about Blake Griffin put up career-high numbers across the board, had one of his best seasons in his career. He said that he's going to have to control his minutes and his usage rate. So what does that mean? Well, obviously, I don't think we're going to rely on Blake Griffin as much as we did. A lot of times it was give the ball to Blake and everyone else get the F out of the way. We'll let Blake go ahead and carry us. This is going to be different because not only myself, but several other YouTubers out there, and even some of you fans out there on Twitter and Instagram have been talking to me, and so that I have hit this on the head, hit the nail on the head, there we go, that we need to utilize this pick and roll. For what we have and who we have, it is the best play for us. There's a reason every team still uses this play, because it's so hard to stop. It's so simple, but it fits us, okay? Reggie Jackson and Andre Drummond are both pick and roll players. Obviously, Reggie scores off the pick and roll, but he's the ball handler. He also throws perfect lobs to Dre. Him and Dre have the perfect timing for that. And guess what? That gives Andre Drummond either a chance for an alley-oop, or if Reggie misses the pull-up mid-range or the layup, he can get the rebound. Also, another beautiful thing about this is after Reggie and Dre do so well in the pick and roll, the defense will collapse on them, and that's when you have guys like Luke Kennard and Blake Griffin, just to name a couple of guys, out there on the perimeter who can shoot the ball. Stan Van Gundy tried to emulate this, but we just never really had that many great shooters. And the time that we did have the great shooters, guess what? We made the playoffs. But we lost pieces after that, and then we started to panic and traded those pieces away. He did end up giving us Blake Griffin, who has shot a career high at the three-point line. Now, next point. He has done a better job of getting free agents in here that can help take some of the scoring load off. That's why we brought in Michael Beasley, who has now been replaced by Joe Johnson. But Joe Johnson's a better scorer. Yes, he's older, but he knows how to get buckets. He's not going to play that much if he makes the team, and he's not even proven to make the team. He's got the same deal Michael Beasley had. Neither one of those guys were going to officially make the team just because they're there. No, they're going to have to earn it and still show that they got it. So either if they would have kept Beasley or Joe Johnson, either way, I like both the players. I don't like one over the other. I know like some of you guys wanted Beasley over Joe Johnson. I get it. But either way, those guys are here to help take some of that scoring load off of Blake Griffin so we don't have to use him so much. Well, guess what? That's why we brought Derrick Rose in here. Derrick Rose can close out the games. Reggie Jackson's healthy. He can help close out the games. Hopefully, Luke Kennard can take another step in his game and help take some of that scoring load off. There has been a bunch of these moves that the Pistons and Dwane Casey and Ed Stefanski have done to help utilize Blake Griffin in a different way. I'm not saying Blake's going to have a worse year, but he's not going to play that many minutes. He's not going to be relied on as much as he was. You're going to see a lot more ball movement, a lot more passing, a lot more movement off the ball. It's going to be a different revamped offense. And I'm not saying it's going to be a top offense in the league, but it's just going to do stuff to help Blake Griffin out. I would love to see the pick and roll with Blake and Andre Drummond. Talk about that defensive matchup. That would be tough to switch on and tough to stop because Blake Griffin has got some very good handles. He can pass the ball, and he's good at attacking the rim. We all know this. So there's a lot of things you can do with Blake Griffin that you necessarily can't do with other players. I think we could use Blake Griffin as a decoy now. And really, it just depends on developing some of this young talent to help take some of this pressure off of them as a whole. But it's going to be a fun year. I keep saying this. You know, we're so close to NBA basketball coming back. It's going to be fun. So, just, you know, for the sake of argument, he'll probably play 30 minutes and some change. Nothing crazy. He almost led the league in usage rate. I believe Westbrook was number 1. Giannis was maybe number 2, and Blake was 3. I know Blake was top 5. I don't remember the whole list. I seen it like a long time ago, but he was up there. He probably won't be there this year. So it's just something to look forward to, and, you know, do some diving in. And no matter what, if the game is close, you know Blake Griffin's going to get the ball, and he is going to try to will his way. But we're not going to rely on that every night. It's pretty much is what Dwane Casey is going to say. But with that being said, leave it down in the comments. How many minutes did Blake Griffin play? We didn't even talk about load management, but that will play a key factor into this season. But leave it down in the comments, Instagram, Twitter, and all DSA members in the description. Check all those out, and I'll see you peeps Sunday. Peace.